We live in hurried times. I see you immersed in a world of constant stimuli, where notifications steal your attention, where each swipe of a finger exposes you to comparisons that wound you, and where the future always seems threatening, while the present rarely feels like enough. Perhaps you ask yourself, why do I feel so anxious, even when objectively I'm safe? I will answer you, because you still believe your emotions are your enemies, rather than your messengers. I did not write to impress. I wrote to endure the weight of life. Amid wars, political betrayal, plagues, and the loss of those I loved, I recorded thoughts not to become a book, but to keep my soul whole. What is now called meditations was my invisible shield, and perhaps it can now be yours. The first thing I would tell you about your anxiety is this: nothing that hurts you is outside of you. Suffering is not born from events, but from the way you interpret them. Your mind races, trying to predict the unpredictable, control the uncontrollable, escape what it fears. But it is precisely this effort that imprisons you. I understand your struggle. I have faced the same ghosts. Yet I learned to look at them differently, not to defeat them, but to understand them. And I would tell you, you have power over your mind, not over events. Understand this, and you will find strength. Anxiety is the modern name for the fear of tomorrow, and tomorrow to a Stoic is always neutral. I tell you with calm, tomorrow does not yet exist, and when it comes, it will be nothing more than another today. How often do you suffer over conversations that never happened, over losses that never came, over rejections that live only in your imagination? What wounds you is not the world, it is the story you are telling about it. You believe the world is a constant threat, but you can, if you choose, change that view. I do not ask you to deny your emotions. On the contrary, observe them as the wise observe nature, without judgment. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to show me? What part of me still clings to control, to approval, to the permanence of things? Everything changes, everything passes, and far from being a call to despair, this is the very key to freedom. Remember, what now feels unbearable will soon be only memory, if you let it go. You feel lost because you are trying to hold on to that which was never yours. Time, people, certainty. But peace does not lie in what you grasp. It lies in what you can release. Your anxiety is not your enemy. It is the cry of a mind trying to protect you, but which has not yet learned to trust. I invite you to cultivate that trust. Instead of repeating, "What if something bad happens?" say, "If it happens, then I will face it." That is true courage, not the absence of fear, but the decision not to be ruled by it. Remember, the soul becomes invincible when it realizes that everything it truly needs already lives within. Let me walk with you beyond the surface. Pretty words are not enough. Discipline is required, and clarity. The mind, like the body, must be trained every day. If this was true in my time, how much more so in yours, in this age of unending noise? The first exercise is observation. I tell you, observe your thoughts as if they were not yours. They are visitors. You decide which ones stay. How many ideas do you accept without questioning? How much suffering is born because you believe everything you think is true? Anxiety grows when you identify too much with thoughts, when you forget that you are the sky and not the clouds passing through it. Now I speak to you of practice, of consistency. Do not wait to feel calm to act with calm. Act with calm, and calm will come. Create rituals of silence. Write in the morning what troubles you. Set an intention for the day. Remember the brevity of all things. Practice detachment from your expectations. This will not make you cold. It will make you free. Yes, I was an emperor, but the only throne that truly mattered was the throne of my own mind. I ask you honestly, Who rules your life? Your essence or your impulses? You are not your anxiety. You are the one who witnesses it. And in remembering that, it loses its power. That is where your transformation begins. I ask you to honor the present moment as the only one that truly exists. I once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts in this moment." You wait for peace tomorrow, but tomorrow will not bring serenity to one who does not cultivate serenity today. Everything begins now, in this very second, with a single different thought. I can choose how to live this emotion. Pain will come, that is certain. But prolonged suffering is always an unconscious choice, a choice you can revise. I offer you with firmness and compassion the greatest gift of Stoicism, inner freedom. You were made to endure whatever may come. Nothing is greater than your soul. And when your mind begins to race again, stop, breathe, remember, you are alive. And this moment is yours. Do not abandon it. Do not diminish it. It is enough. And if even then you still feel afraid, look me in the eyes, and I will tell you, courage. You are greater than you imagine, and smaller than you think. All will pass, but your dignity can remain. So let it be, and may you live with serene courage as the emperor of your own soul.